ballsy badass Shotzi Blackheart, and you're watching True Hill Heat. Ow, ow, ow!
Hello, I'm Willow Nightingale, and though I might generally be regarded as a very bubbly, upbeat person, you're watching True Hill Heat.
Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be True Heel Heat. SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube and Facebook for AEWramble episode 222, Hangman Halloween 2, reviewing last night's AEW Fright Night Dynamite edition of AEW Dynamite for October 29th, 2025, as only we can. And to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague. He is the man of 59,000 subscribers, shortly approaching 60,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, as well as your honest criticisms of Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling. He is Jimmy Macram. How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm good. I hope you all are doing well.
We are indeed, and we appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back the simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on the video. That helps out the YouTube algorithm. You can also share the video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. You can also sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys. Hear your thoughts on last night's AEW Dynamite Fright Night special. If you're watching us on demand, you can comment down below, keep in the comment section, and keep the conversation going there. If you're new to the Trio YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And if you want to make sure your comment is highlighted on screen, you want to be a part of the conversation on AEWramble today, you can send a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We got with us today, we got Zach Minger, who says it is National Candy Corn Day. Jimmy?
It's ironic. First of all, I hate to be mean, but you're annoying. That's number one. And number two, candy corn. So that'd be nice. Don't start mean. Let's start out the box. Thank you for letting us know, sir.
Why every time you say you either say no disrespect, and it's literally after one of the more disrespectful things that we will say the entire episode, and then you also say let me be nice after you were just horribly mean to someone.
Because I'm catching myself.
But you've already done it. Like, you're not catching yourself. It's like you murder somebody and be like, yeah, you know what? That is the wrong thing to do. I should never do that again.
There you go. See, just like that. Yes, that was wrong. That was over the top.
You're still a murderer, though. You didn't catch yourself from murdering somebody. You still murdered somebody. I
realized what I did afterwards. You ever be choking somebody, be like, oh my god, they really can't breathe. All right. I'm gonna stop now.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Jimmy, but no, I don't know how it feels to be choking somebody. Then realize, and yes, we should put out one of these.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
All men, in case you're wondering. Jesus, take it easy. I don't show women fuck with consent.
What?
That's actually true.
I mean, yeah, you do need consent. You do need consent with that type of thing. Oh, we're off to a smashing start, but yes, we're gonna talk about Fright Night Dynamite. But as always, what we do here on AEWramble is we talk about anything going on in the world of wrestling, because this is Jimmy's outlet to talk about it. Last week, Jimmy, we talked about how WWE had a lack of follow-up to Bron Breakker turning on Seth Rollins. So 1 week we talk about one of your favorites who didn't receive good booking, and now this week we're going to talk about one of your other favorites who didn't receive good booking as the talk of the town. It seems I've seen multiple videos this week, had to be at least like double digits of multiple channels talking about this, but the quote-unquote burial of LA Knight. What have you thought about the booking for LA Knight as of late, and do you agree with the sentiment that's been going on amongst the wrestling community of he hasn't been booked well? I think that's the most modest way to say it. We won't go as far as saying burial or anything like that, but he hasn't been booked up to his fan base's standard. I think it's the best way to say it.
Yeah, a burial is probably stronger than you'd like. How I want to put this. As you know, I've been very defensive of the WWE's booking of LA Knight because, as a fan, him being in the main event scene is enough for me because it's more than I ever fucking expected, fucking ever. So I've been good. But this last week, losing clean to Breakker is fucking heinous. You knew somebody had to do it, and they love Jey Uso for whatever fucking reason. So it was going to be LA Knight. I can't say buried because to be buried, you have to be above ground in the first place, and they don't fucks with him like that. Listen, he's got a spot. His spot is upper mid card. That's it, and that's all it's ever going to be. That's to fly in the face of Triple H's horseshit about if you get yourself over, all is possible. Fucking clearly, because he's gotten himself over for a while now. I don't know, despite your best efforts. So I don't know what the fucking issue is. I'm over it.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. That's the best way to address it at this point. Like they had the easy alley oop or layup of LA Knight versus CM Punk, and then even when you see the first promo on Monday Night Raw this week, you're thinking, "Oh, this is a promo to kind of keep him still in the conversation for the world title scene, so he'll be a contender to face the winner of Punk and Jay because you're not going to immediately go to whoever wins that matchup against Bron Breakker. You're going to need someone to feud with them in the in-between, right? Right? And then immediately, right after that promo was a segment with Breakker, Reed, and Heyman, where he says, you're going to face LA Knight. And I'm just like, once they say that matchup, I'm like, oh, fuck, neither one of them should be losing. Like, why would you book that match? Why was your solution to Bron Breakker? Because clearly, Bron Breakker this week on Monday Night Raw was booked to answer a lot of the complaints that people had about him. Like it was quite obvious. I'm glad it was to you as well. It's quite obvious. This was WWE not talking to the characters talking to each other. It's WWE talking to us as an audience. Where the backstage segment was just there to be like, he's gonna be fine, don't worry, he just has to wait. And two, it was to also tell us, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna let Jey Uso and CM Punk have their matchup. These guys are not gonna get involved in it. Because those were the two things that people mostly said was they were upset with Bron Breakker not being involved in it, and they thought that, Bron Breakker will probably get involved in the match at Saturday night's main event. So they literally did a whole backstage segment to be like, that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah. And Knight was the sacrifice for this all the work. Listen, the goal is to get Breakker back on track, which how you got him off the track after that turn, I don't know. But they're back on track. Then, you accomplish your mission. He beat a top flight guy without too much effort, 13 minutes or so. Listen, I'll say this again. If Punk wins the Saturday night's main event, most of these things are going to go away. It'll be fine. But Jay wins. All hell's gonna break loose. I'm kind of here for that, I think. At this point.
I think I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000. Either whoever wins on Saturday, they're more than likely facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and not Bron Breakker.
Yeah. I mean, after I saw that fucking AI ass poster or video they did, Punk and Roman feels like the move. It feels pretty obvious to me at this point.
Yeah. Like I think they may have, or they might think of basically taking that WrestleMania poster and being like, well, we basically told you who the main event was going to be for next year's WrestleMania. Because they can wait to do they've been teasing Cody and Brock since Brock's been back. So they could wait to pull the trigger on that till Mania. Because Punk being involved in Punk not facing him, Punk was the most obvious and the biggest matchup for Cody at WrestleMania. So if he's facing Roman or not facing Cody at all, then Brock is literally the only person that Cody can face. Because I don't think Randy Orton is going to feel that big after they've been honey dicking us on the heel turn for 2 years now.
Isn't it ironic that every match you think of and everybody else thinks of for Cody always puts him as the number 2 star in that thing? Always. You never think
not Cody against Drew. Not against Drew.
Or Cody against somebody less than him. No, because that is awful. We need somebody bigger than Cody. Of course you do. It's okay. Doesn't bother me. I understand. I get it. It's a good idea. Cody should not be the biggest star in his night 1 WrestleMania match.
When has Cody been the biggest star in a WrestleMania main event?
No, right. Agreed. That'd be a terrible idea. Like Triple H was great when he was the number 2. When he was the number 1, it was awful. I don't see Triple H and fucking Booker T. What was I gonna say?
Oh man, I saw a video the other day recapping the Reign of Terror too.
I wanted to watch it. I forgot what that was.
Wrestling bios? Yes. I did not realize it was 5 reigns in 3 years. I did not realize that.
The way they did the most one was outrageous.
Yeah.
Remember he got stripped of the belt and then won the belt back at the chamber. I remember that one.
Yes. That triple threat against Benoit and Jericho. No, Benoit and Edge. Where they do a pin and tap out finish.
Yeah. How telling? Here's what I don't understand. You have to break it down for me. And it's got to be more than just Roman's cousin, right? You saw that promo between Punk and Jay on Raw.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had your TV picks up the Super HD, where you could actually see the muzzle around Punk's mouth. They clearly don't trust Jay. Why do they put him in these spots? I don't understand. I'm so very fucking confused. Somebody explain it to me exactly. Now listen, if you're trying to protect Jay, I think that's the right move, obviously. So LA Knight went through. Seeing Punk's on a different planet than these people. Sorry, this is what it is. So why is Jay in the spot? I don't understand. I'm confused.
They think that this is gonna serve the purpose of whatever story they're trying to tell with Jay, and Jay is more of a main eventer than someone like a LA Knight or our Bron Breakker.
Fucking why? Oh my god, what the fuck?
The craziest part about the Bron Breakker shit is the horrible excuses that have come out in reports. Like, this is like, dude, like, y'all need to spend more time to figure out a better excuse for this shit. We didn't want to put him in the battle royal as to not make him look weak. It's a fucking battle royal, you morons! There's a lot better ways to make him look strong in a battle royal than not being in it. All the top baby faces team up together and eliminate Bron Breakker. That puts him over way more than not being in the battle royal.
I like him not being in it. I don't think you should be able to kill people and get a title shot.
But I would be okay with that if that was the reason why he wasn't in the battle royal. That was not the reason why he was in the battle. He wasn't in the battle royal. He was in the battle royal after he murdered Seth. He wasn't in the battle royal because he made Adam Pearce say please. I don't think enough people is mentioning that.
Fucking jarring. What are we doing?
It's so idiotic. And then the worst excuse was this week that came out. I think it was PW Insider saying they didn't want Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed in the battle royal because they feared he would get cheered over their top baby faces. One, that is a self-fulfilling prophecy because we've been saying it all year that they have booked Bron Breakker to be cool when he should be not doing the things that the fans want, not doing one more spear, not doing all of that. He should be getting the heat. You should let Paul Heyman cut more promos for him. All this stuff that they could have been doing that they didn't do. So then they have the fear that they are not good. They haven't done that stuff. So he's going to get cheered over Jey Uso and LA Knight.
I mean, I suppose that's that's a good way to put it. It's a legitimate concern, but it's your fault. Whatever. I'm overall, but it's outrageous because that roster's really good.
So, especially the women's division, like it's no business. This show does not get like an 8, at least a 7. Their bottom, their floor should be a 7.5 every week. But somehow they've been giving us 6 out of 10 shows, 6.5 out of 10 shows, and it's like how.
Bad booking,
and it's the fact that Triple H apparently hasn't been watching the Ramble because we've been telling him for the whole year you should not be booking this whole company around Seth Rollins, and losing Seth Rollins has really opened my eyes to the fact that yes, this nigga was dumb enough to book the entire company around Seth Rollins, and now he has to figure out a new plan, and we are seeing them struggling to figure out the new plan.
This seems pretty obvious to me. You turn Punk heel, right? Turn Punk heel. There's nobody in wrestling outside of Terry Funk and maybe Mick Foley that I want to see talk for 10 minutes by himself. I can't think of anybody else. Certainly not fucking Seth Rollins. So then immediately the quality of your program increases. Now, what it does to the division, kind of kills them. I can hold you. But that has nothing to do with me. I don't care. Sorry. It's not my problem. It's not my issue. I'm trying to fix the show. They're going to have to suffer.
But, like, the whole thing is, like, with Bron Breakker, you know what's the easiest way to get him heat, Jimmy? He beats everybody, and he wins the world title. That's the easiest way to get a young star heat. Is to push him too hard for certain people. There's going to be certain people that's like, oh my God, he's not ready. It's too much too soon. So that gets him heat. That's the way to do it. I see Dion saying, I disagree. He says he thinks Braun should be built as the next big babyface face of the company type shit. And he will be. But they're using this heel run to establish him first. And it's always proven to be better with most WWE top stars. You get established as a heel and then you develop into the babyface. John Cena did that. Roman did that. Now they're trying to do that with Bron Breakker.
I like Bron Breakker a lot. What is with this him face of the company stuff? Did I miss it? Did I miss something somewhere? Did I miss this fantastic promo he cut? Did I miss the fantastic match he had? I'm so very confused by Reese. I've been with y'all, like he's on my list of people to watch. But like all of a sudden, everybody seems to be on the same page that he's the next guy. I'm like, I don't see that. That's a bit much.
Who's the next guy then?
The next guy has a vagina. The next guy should have been Rhea Ripley a while ago. I'm not entirely sure what the holdup is. But if you're telling me I need an actual guy, I don't know. I'll let you know.
I just think he's the most ready, and he's the one that WWE thinks is the most ready. I said when he debuted in NXT in 2021, I was like, oh, that's the next guy. It was literally the first episode of NXT 2.0 when he debuted. The way they debuted him, where he interrupts LA Knight and then beats LA Knight within 10 minutes of that first 2.0 show, I was like, oh, he's going to be the new guy. Then he main evented that same show. He wrestled twice on that first show. From that moment there, I was like, oh, the WWE is telling me this is the next guy. So I've watched him and I've seen him progress, where I've seen him have fantastic matches. I've seen him cut a very entertaining promo, not like an excellent all-timer promo or anything like that, but I've seen him cut very entertaining promos for the last 4 years and stuff like that. But mainly my whole thing of calling him or saying that he can be built up to the face of the company is the fact that the company believes that. I know they don't give a shit of what I think or who I think is the next top guy, but this is obviously the guy they've chosen.
We've got time. This is like LeBron in 2018. We've got time. Way more time I thought we had, but we got time. Relax. Yes, old men running the show, but we've got time. Relax. It'll be listen. Who knows?
So you're on the Triple H wave of wait till he's 30.
No, I'm on Triple H wave of wait till we have the fucking guy. Because I'm not sure the psychopath is him. No offense. See who comes through the door tomorrow.
The two closest is like Braun and Dom.
Dom's developing slowly, but he feels more like a top guy to me. Like Braun's way better than him. Yeah, Braun's way better than him right now, but I feel like Dom's potential is like a 99 in 2K. So
yeah,
that could be the guy.
Yeah, I think also Braun's got like a 99 potential as well. As far as we got Dion, who says, I think Oba and Trick are more ready than Breakker. Oba's great. Don't get me wrong. He's great, but he's not more ready than Bron Breakker.
Oh, more ready. No.
That's factually incorrect. That's a hot take, but that's literally a hot take that goes against all the factual evidence that we've actually seen.
What's called the hot take if you don't make it? Fucking, how do you say Oba's not and then leave Trick out of that? Trick is not and never will be. What do we? Why No. I think that Oba is closer to Breakker, but that's the one that I'm focused on. I don't even think I wasn't even going to acknowledge that he's. Honestly, I was gonna act like he just said Oba because that's at least closer to a hot take. That's actually like has some evidence a part of it. Trick Williams, the only subject in wrestling that he's better than Bron Breakker or more ready than Bron Breakker to be a main event star in is charisma in promos. Yeah. I'll give him that. Trick is like 100% when it comes to charisma and promos, but he sure as hell ain't ready in the ring
to be a main event star or the next face of the company.
Yeah, Oba is so he's not ready yet. I would agree with that. But Oba's so good, I think he kind of breaks whatever issues he may suffer from whoever's in charge of that company. Triple H, Vince. It's kind of like Bianca. It kind of just doesn't even matter. She's so good, it doesn't matter. He's not there yet, but he'll get there.
Also,
Which reminds me of another thing I'm bothered by. I saw somebody else agree with you, and it's starting to bother me. I don't know who we're talking about. It might have been Jada Parker, but I don't know. Talking about fucking her ceiling is Bianca Belair. This is outrageous. Bianca Belair might be the most underrated wrestler ever. I love this. Her ceiling is one of the most talented motherfuckers to ever come through this place. What are you guys babbling about? What is going on? What is this blasphemy? Good Lord. Bianca Belair without the talent?
She's got Bianca Belair potential. That doesn't mean she's gonna reach it.
What does that mean? Where's this extra athleticism coming from? Where is she becoming one of the most athletic people on the planet at?
Outside of the athleticism.
Once you hit 35, that's when the athleticism really
outside of the athleticism. The character, the charisma, the charm and the swagger of Bianca Belair, like young Bianca Belair. They were saying Bianca Belair potential because a lot of the stuff that we saw from Bianca outside of the athleticism, I'll give you that. Bianca Belair is probably the most athletic woman that's ever stepped in a wrestling ring. So outside of the athleticism, a lot of the stuff that we saw in Bianca that made people be like, yeah, she's going to reach great heights on the main roster is what we see in Jada on NXT.
I'm good with that. And Jada has, I'll be nice. I don't know what her motives are hanging around Jey Uso. We'll just assume she likes him a lot.
Man, she been down since day one-ish.
Her eyes are on the prize. You picking right. Sure, that's what Triple H likes her, probably. So you're picking right. You're picking your partners the right way. Keep up the good work.
Dion saying, Trick is not garbage in the ring. I agree he ain't as good as Braun, but damn. We never said Trick was garbage in the ring. I'm not saying Trick is garbage.
You want me to say it?
He's much improved. No. That ass Jimmy. You got to realize that when he first debuts in 2021 in WWE, he has the moveset of a fucking creative player in a SmackDown video game, but you did not give him any moves. All he did was kicks and punches when he first started. That's the only thing they trust him to do in the ring. He's improved greatly. But I'm saying he's not garbage in the ring. He's not as good as LA Knight in the ring. That is what I'm saying. Not even Braun. Braun is actually better than LA Knight in the ring to me. But I don't think Trick is better than LA Knight in the ring. No.
I don't mind that. Oh, wait. First of all, I don't think you said that. I don't think Trick is not better than LA Knight in the ring. Full stop.
Okay. That's fair. I won't argue
with you. Fucking Triple H? This is outrageous. The man is good enough. Fucking C+ in the ring. What more you gotta be? The most over motherfucker in this place, charismatic. I got charisma oozing on my asshole. I can't fucking get a spot. What the fuck's going on? I just don't see it.
I just wanted to get that rant. One last thing that I wanted to pick up. He brought up Jada, but I was going to bring up Jade. What did you think about her heel turn on SmackDown?
I would have saved it for like a main event. I don't like it being placed in the middle of the fucking show. You're not letting me know much. This seems pretty simple. Should happen a while ago. Number one. And number two, she should beat Tiffy for the belt. And then we should all move on with fucking life.
And should face Bianca at WrestleMania.
Absolutely. And then it took us way longer to get here than I thought it would. But then we're where we thought we'd be eventually.
It took about like a year or two later than we thought we would get this matchup.
Yeah. God damn. Good for her though. I'm glad it works out. Well, it is WWE. Who knows what fucking ChatGPT will tell them on Saturday. But assuming ChatGPT is not a fucking idiot, then yes, Jade should go over on Saturday and all's right with the world.
That should be the biggest no-brainer on Saturday.
Yes.
Even though the card is very predictable. Dom, Cody, Punk, Jade. That's how it should go.
To be fair, we said that about one of the matches on this show, and it just didn't go that way.
Well, let's talk about this show. Last night's AEW Dynamite was, yes, we do. AEW Fright Night Dynamite was from Edinburgh, Texas. What did you think about the crowd last night?
Ass. How many people were in that building?
Over 3,000.
How big is the building?
I think it holds 8,000.
Ass. That's their fault. Well, I don't say it's their fault. Maybe they just enjoy what was going on. Maybe they were watching contemplatively. I don't know. I didn't love it.
I thought the crowd was good. But to each his own. We get the Halloween theme for the Fright Night edition. We have a big castle at the entranceway with some pumpkins and bats. And we get our opening contest. I do like the fact that we switched it up this week and we went right into the action instead of like the big rundown of the card and then backstage segment and then the first match like we've been doing the last couple of weeks. We went right to the ring. Orange Cassidy teaming up with Darby Allin to verse the Death Riders represented by Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. This is a tornado tag team match, or trick or treat tornado tag. Allin whips Orange into Yuta and Cassidy and Garcia, to start the matchup fast. We get stereo backdrops that put down the Death Riders. They head outside with Darby cheering Yuta in the back and then flip diving through him on the chair for a bonus. The fight goes into the crowd where Allin is right there to dive onto the Riders and save Orange from getting jumped by Wheeler and Danny. They go back to ringside with Darby drop kicking Garcia from the apron to the floor. We come back with Yuta kicking Allin into the corner, and then eventually coming back, Darby does with some offense. Orange Cassidy comes in with a big tornado DDT, but then he gets a guillotine choke by Garcia, who comes in and takes control. Darby Allin then comes in. He grabs his skateboard and he basically offers it to Garcia for a free shot. Instead, he gets some code red for a 2 count. We then get Yuta, who breaks it up. He breaks up a coffin drop attempt from Darby, and then Orange Cassidy comes in and hits a top rope DDT, planting Wheeler. Then Darby follows up with the coffin drop for a 2 count, with Garcia making the save. Orange then hits the orange punch on Garcia to the floor. Then he hits a beautiful tope suicida, putting Garcia through a table at ringside. This allows for Darby to do the double down on Wheeler and lock in the Scorpion Deathlock for the tap out victory. Wheeler Yuta tapping out just like his leader of the Death Riders, Jon Moxley, to give Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy a victory here. This was a fun party matchup, a rather very AEW coded matchup, but it felt like the crowd was into it, so it was a good way to start. And finally, we saw some type of change of Darby coming out of the Wrestle Dream card of now he is now using the Scorpion Deathlock as his finish. So I'll take that because that's better than last week where we got no changes. Jimmy, what you think?
I suppose that's something. Darby's better than these people. That was my first thought, top of my head. Why is he around so many bums? He won the match, so that's something. The match in and of itself was fun, I would say. I enjoyed it for what it was. Which makes me very sad. Clearly, what are we doing? Why is this opening the show? Why are we opening the literal show with Orange Cassidy? Literally opening the show with Orange Cassidy. And then have the audacity to bring out Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta after that. What the fuck is going on? We've really given up. Fair enough.
We're acting like Orange Cassidy isn't popular with this fan base.
You remember what we used to say? Well, not we, but we used to say, every time Orange Cassidy opens a show, they don't do less than 1 million viewers. Do you remember this? Do you remember these conversations we used to fucking have on the fucking show? Look at where we are now. Let this shit go. It's over. Please and thank you. Good Lord.
If it was up to you, multiple people would be fired weekly on the show.
Wheeler, fucking Garcia, Orange Cassidy, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, Hook. Who else is throwing in there? I wouldn't fire them because we don't like people getting fired. But I would put them in a faction. Send them all to ROH. I would, you know what? We called the faction somehow Tony eroded, ruined, obviously incredible, dedicated stars. STEROIDS, or steroids, if you will. Please and thank you.
Yeah, Power Driver Finisher was at the show last night. He said it was pretty loud in the building. I also think that AEW, and this has been a common thing where people tell me they're at the building as loud and then it doesn't translate on TV. This just means AEW needs to fucking get better with crowd mics at this point. Like, this has been a consistent complaint. Like Forbidden Door, it was the same thing. All Out, it was the same thing. I did hear it, and mainly it's because I do put my volume up incredibly high, but I did hear them pretty loud throughout the night. But I can understand if anybody else, if you had it on regular volume, you're probably like, yeah, this crowd was probably terrible because the crowd might suck. We got here Power Driver Finisher, who also says, just because I had the collision thing, so having to remember which matches were on which, so hold up. I think it's because someone was asking what was the top 3 crowd reactions of the night last night. We got Chilling with Chase in the chat with us today. Good to see you. He says, Danny Garcia, that one player you drafted in Madden and 2K and has this untapped potential, but somehow year after year, he's just a 76 overall.
Yeah. You fell in love with something that wasn't there. It happens all the time. I don't understand.
Why are you so mean to poor Danny? Poor
He's
Danny.
technically proficient. Fucking really? You should go down to a fucking wrestling school and pick one of these bums. It's the same fucking thing.
And for Alexander Fitzgerald said you should call it the curtain jerkers.
Call them fucking future endeavored. Don't understand. Big Man Dogs, I was gonna say that, but I say it every time we have this conversation. I just gonna let it slide. It's like, it was loud when I was there because people around you are fucking yelling. Yes, you think it's loud. The 4 people surrounding you are yelling.
I'm saying personally, what I thought the crowd was good because I heard them vocal the entire show. But like I said, it's something's weird with their crowd mics. Their crowd mics suck. That's what I think it is. Comes down to. Backstage, we get Hook. He's arriving at the building. He's ready to be the underdog in the number 1 Contenders main event with Samoa Joe, Ricochet, and Bobby Lashley. But he says that he's ready for the AEW World Championship, but he also wants to make sure that Samoa Joe doesn't get another title shot. He says that he has shown the world who he really is, but Hook knew the entire time. Hook was wearing a D12 shirt. Haven't seen that in many years. And behind him, we did see the first sighting of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which was the costume that Hangman Adam Page wore a few years back on the Halloween special for Dynamite. So that was the first hint. We were going to get that later on in the show. But any comments on Hook's promo, which I know you always enjoy?
No, they're terrible. This promo is probably one of his least terrible. Putting notes to all this. I'm glad we're on the same page. Kyle Fletcher died. Here to help. Here to help.
You guys are ridiculous. Just asking everybody to take steroids. Don Callis is backstage. He's being interviewed about his Don Callis Family Summit later on tonight. But then he calls over the Young Bucks. Callis pitches for the Bucks to join the family again, since they turned him down a couple of months back. But he says that things have changed now. He says that they've been on hard times. They've gone on bad luck. And he says, you know what? Tell the truck to prepare the special entrance I set up for the Bucks tonight. I'm going to show you what I have to offer with the Don Callis family. The Bucks make their way to the entranceway. They do once again press the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which they have experience with from the last time that we saw him. Then when they get their entrance, they get the big pomp and circumstance from Callis, who gives them the big entrance, calling them the greatest tag team, the most athletic tag team, and the former friends of that ingrate Kenny Omega. The pyro is so insane that it scares the Bucks, which was funny to me. Then you get FTR come out, JetSpeed, Jurassic Express, as we have a fatal 4-way to determine the number 1 contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships at Full Gear. Dax Harwood and Speedball Mike Bailey start things off. You get Harwood, who backs Bailey up against the ropes to start and then slugs away, only for Bailey to kick him in the chest. Bailey and Jack Perry start trading some flips, and it's JetSpeed double teaming Luchasaurus down. The good guys have a stare down until the other teams jump them from behind, but Luchasaurus fights his way out of trouble. We get Kevin the Jet Knight, who I thought was great in this matchup. He comes in, but he immediately gets beaten down, only to come back and bring Perry in to clean house. Wheeler kicks Matt out to the floor, and then Harwood suplexes Knight onto the pile at ringside. Big superplex spot to take down everybody. Knight comes in holding his knee, which that fall from the superplex was scary because it did look like Knight had hurt his knee on the landing. Wheeler kicks Matt out to the floor, and then after that, then you get Knight comes up holding his knee, but then we get Perry, who fights out of trouble from the heels, allowing Luchasaurus to come in and wreck things. We get some choke slams, have the Bucks down, then Luchasaurus does a standing moonsault for a 2 count on Matt. Knight is back in with a running DDT onto Luchasaurus to cut him off. Then we get this beautiful sequence where Speedball puts Jack Perry on his shoulders, allowing for Kevin the Jet Knight to hit the elevated drop kick. Perry does a backflip onto the pile of competitors at ringside. The Bucks are back in, and they just start going ham. We get super kick parties everywhere, going after everybody. Super kick party to Luchasaurus, a mid-air one to Jack Perry, another mid-air one to Kevin Knight. Speedball dodges one. He does a leg sweep on Matt, but then eventually gets a sliding super kick, and then the super kick party. Then they get Kevin the Jet Knight in. They hit him with the BTE trigger. 1, 2. He kicks out at 2.99. Great near fall. Had the people on their feet. Luchasaurus comes back in. He starts cleaning house once again. Bailey does a moonsault onto Cash Wheeler and Luchasaurus, but then we get Kevin the Jet Knight, who's caught off guard after he hits the UFO splash. He is caught with the Shatter Machine from FTR for the 1, 2, 3. FTR win this 4-way to become the number 1 contenders to face Bandito for the AEW World Tag Team Championships coming up on November 22nd at Full Gear. I thought this match was awesome. I loved every moment of it, and I thought FTR was the right choice for the winner. What did you think?
I hated the first half. I ain't gonna hold you. Like really hated, like impossibly hated. Like, was gonna turn this off, but it really picked up second half. Kevin Knight is jarringly athletic. It's a bit disturbing. Quick twitch muscle fibers. Thank you, slavery. And
Whoa!
this is just factual. I'm sorry.
Yo, he was my MVP for this matchup. He was just ridiculous in this match, flying all over the place. I thought JetSpeed was the best team in this match.
All right, take
as
it
far
easy.
as performance wise. That's just me.
I thought Kevin Knight was the best person in this match. Let's not give too much credit to the homie. No shoes. I'm actually going to say the Bucks were the best team in this match. I know what you're saying.
The Bucks
Matt
were
Jackson's,
amazing on that super kick run when they just start going ham. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, look at how they extend their legs. Matt Jackson, the supreme athlete. Listen, Big Jackson was fucking fantastic, obviously, and Matt Jackson held up his end. We can say that much, which is all you fucking need for them. And Luchasaurus was fine. Everybody here was fine for the most part. I thought it was mostly well booked, and the right team won. Obviously, FTR. I will say I have some concerns that the Young Bucks once again find themselves in the middle of the highest act in the company, the Don Callis family. I would say I find that a little odd, presumptuous maybe. If this was Chris Jericho, we'd be throwing a whole fit. We have essays being written about how Chris Jericho's trying to run this company. But it's Matt and Nicholas, so we let it slide. Ah, well, sure. Let's do that.
Why you mad though? I mean, I'm happy. I would love
How
to
much-
join the Callis family.
They're not joining the Callis family. It's going to be the Callis family against Omega and friends, and we'll all be the worst for it.
Yes,
Good
we'll
Lord.
see. I can't wait.
How many fucking reunions have we had with these people fighting whoever the top actors at the time? Good Lord.
Oh man. We got Ace who says this match was fantastic. We got Alexander Fitzgerald says FTR wins, and we get a feud with Cope and Christian for the tag titles. I guess. I think that Cope and Christian cost them the matchup at Full Gear. I don't know if they'll. I mean, it would make sense for them to beat Brodito as well. So, I mean, could go either way. And that's why I like them. That's why I like them winning, because that's a tag team title match that could go either way.
You know what? Yeah, I forgot about you, Christian. I'm down for that.
Yeah. What did I miss? What did I not give him a disclaimer for? I pretty much gave him a disclaimer for everything.
Jesus. I love that. Where'd all this come from? It's fucking true. I'm sorry. Pick up a history book every once in a fucking blue. Thank you, Greg. What do you want me to do? Oh, son of a bitch.
He's not wrong. We got Proprietary Finisher who says, and Kevin also rested by commentary, and he didn't seem to be lacking in muscles. We also got Devion who says, I love this 4-way tag team match. Tag team wrestling in AEW is back. It has been since the freaking before Forbidden Door. It was that Forbidden Door #1 Contenders tournament that gave us Young Bucks and Outrunners, and gave us FTR and JetSpeed, gave us Brodito. That's the tournament that Brodito and FTR had that banger that went to a time limit draw on the week before Forbidden Door. That's where we got Brodito and the Young Bucks, which was arguably one of the better tag team matches of the year so far for AEW. It really feels like it's that tournament combined with the Bucks versus Ospreay and Swerve, because that's still the best tag team match of the year so far for me personally. Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks at All In. That was that first great matchup, and then all we've been getting ever since All In is great tag team wrestling again in AEW. It seems like that's one of the focuses of the company, is to renew the tag team division. And I think they've done a good job at it. Annika with a great quote by Jimmy Macram, strong cause of surgery.
All I said was thank you, slavery. That's all. It's the truth.
Alexander Fitzgerald says, I wonder how they bring back Buddy Matthews. Does he still team with Brody King? Well, if they want to do him teaming with Brody King, you could do Brodito loses the titles, and then Brody turns on Bandido and teams back up with Buddy. Or if you want to keep Brody with Bandido, or keep Brody at least babyface, you just make that the cause for a rivalry between the two.
Oh, now what thought you were going. Once you lose the tag belts, you get demoted. You'd be in a trio. The three of them.
That's also true. Yeah, that's probably more likely what AEW would do. Yeah, you're probably right.
No.
All right. So that last matchup, like I said, I thought it was awesome. Arguably my favorite part of the show. And the reason why it's arguably, because I probably enjoyed this next part of the show more. We first get a video package for Hangman and Samoa Joe to promote the 4-way tonight. And then we go to the ring. We got a red carpet because it is time for the Don Callis Summit.
They feel
first up. They really do. They really do. The fact that they got fucking name tags is hilarious. I'm sorry. I died that this nigga had name tags for these motherfuckers. But he says that we have 4 very important questions. Rocky Romero asks us the first question. Who is the Don Callis family? He says they are the most dominant faction in all of wrestling, including the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Konosuke Takeshita, who couldn't make it due to travel issues. Oh, so he said. Romero then unveils a painting of the family, a very muscular Callis in the center with... How does these always get more ridiculous? And why is everyone in like Roman fucking covers over their nutsacks? Like, that's not what they wear to the ring. Look at Trent. What the fuck?
Who's in the middle, by the way? But right behind Callis. What did I tell you?
I knew you were gonna point that out. I was like, oh man, I can't wait for Jimmy to point out
Absolutely.
Fletcher's in the middle.
Steroids and Hollywood Ospreay. It's a winning combination.
Josh Alexander gets on the mic, which Jimmy Macram was like, God damn it. He asks us the second question. What is the Don Callis family? He says that we take care of each other. And then he says that we will see how well they take care of each other with a video package, and sends it over to there. The third question is asked by none other than Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher gets on the mic and he says that the next question is why the Don Callis family? And he says that he is reading a pledge that they all signed before joining the family, which probably is the funniest part of this whole segment. Basically saying that it's all about the team and saying that they will put their physical well-being in the way if it means helping the Don Callis family, if it means me hurting my own career to help the benefit of the Don Callis family, I will do so. They make motherfuckers sign this before joining a family. But then he says, before he can continue, the music of Konosuke Takeshita hits and it brings out the alpha. Honestly, this first half of the segment, I'm like, why did they even do the segment if Takeshita couldn't make it? And then Takeshita came out and I was like, oh, that's even better. They literally told him not to come. He comes out. Callis tells Takeshita that he's like, I know. We also got to point out Okada's reaction to Takeshita coming out here. She's like, man, this guy. I thought you told this guy not to show up. But Callis gets in Takeshita's face and he says he knows that Takeshita is the alpha. He's the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. But he has to understand that this is a family of alphas. Takeshita and Okada get in each other's faces. He says there is no I in team, but there is one in family. And this family does what I want him to do. So Callis needs Takeshita to put his issues with Okada aside and shake his hand. Callis refers to the IWGP title as theirs and demands that they shake hands now. Eventually, after some convincing, Takeshita eventually extends his hand to shake hands with Okada, which Okada responds by flipping him off. And oh my God, when I say this man has the greatest shit-eating grin of all time, I am not joking. It is, honestly, it's instant pop. Anytime he gets the shit-eating grin out, it's hilarious. Callis, we get Takeshita gets, of course, upset. He's pissed off. So the other Callis members get in between Okada and Takeshita. Callis has had enough of this. He says they have to work with each other. They have to do it. And if them shaking hands, if me playing Peacemaker isn't going to do it, then they'll team up on Collision to prove what they can do together. All the while, Okada is still flipping this man off with the biggest shit-eating grin you will ever see. Oh my God, this was the most entertaining segment of the whole entire show. Not only is this the best story in AEW, the Don Callis family is the best faction in wrestling for me right now. And Don Callis is the runaway winner for me for best non-wrestler of the year.
I've always pointed out how wrestlers are not very good actors. Especially when people talk about Roman should win an Emmy and all this other nonsense. But sometimes not being a good actor pays off. And Okada's faces are so phony. They're so put on. They're so childlike in their fucking Be happy. Be a dick. It just cracks me every fucking time. And this was hilarious. What did the segment accomplish? In the grand scheme of things, nothing really. But
Nothing really. It rather drove home the point of this
I was
is
about to
this.
say, yeah.
It just drove home the point of Callis is trying to make Takeshita get along with someone who is obviously purposely pissing him off. It's just a great dynamic. It's just a dynamic that will produce some entertaining segments like this. Did it achieve much? No, but it just further drove home the point that this is the best story they got going on.
We killed 10 minutes and it was entertaining, so we'll call it a fucking win. I think many of us have been in Takeshi's position where I'm doing my fucking best here. I swear I am. And we're getting blamed equally at the end when none of this is my fault. You said be nice. I was nice. And he flipped me off. Why do we both get in trouble? This is out.
Exactly. Like why is it fuck me though? Why is it fuck me though? I didn't do nothing wrong.
I can't believe how much I like this fucking family.
This has made the Don Callis family like so effortlessly like entertaining. Like just this dynamic. This dynamic just works. I did like Callis what he said to Takeshita, like bringing up, like kind of giving the fans a reminder that the whole family started with Takeshita. Takeshita is the first ever member of the Don Callis family, but he was given the title of Alpha from Callis, but now Callis has a fucking army of Alpha. So I like that. I like that expedition that would be in like a movie of someone just giving you the dialogue and everything. This was useful stuff and basically reminding you of that fact.
Yeah. First of all, you and I built this on the what was it? The bones of Kenny Omega or some shit. I was like, first of all, that's a line and a half. God damn. Go ahead. Yeah, this all worked for me. This all worked big time. Callis trying to kind of rein in Takeshita as he gets more and more popular, as he wins the IWGP title and all these different things. I like, it's gonna blow up in his face because it fucking has to, but it's fun at the moment. We're the IWGP champion. What? Back to this horse shit. Great. Awesome.
And I thought it was a clear like indicator for AEW. That was probably the loudest reaction that the crowd gave on the show, was them reacting to Takeshita, telling Takeshita not to shake hands with Okada. No. And then you even hear off the mic, Fletcher's like telling Takeshita, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
No, Taki is what he calls him. Taki. What?
Yeah, Taki. Don't listen to him, Taki.
You can tell Fletcher's a fucking snake. It's fucking great.
Absolutely. Like that's the great thing about this whole story, is that you're gonna get more than one turn, because you can get the turn of Callis choosing Okada over Takeshita, and then you can also get the whole group turning on them. But more importantly, Fletcher is the closest to Takeshita. So that would be all in turn in its own self as well.
I know I've been blowing Kyle Fletcher recently, pause, but about his steroid use, allegedly, and his recent work in the ring and friendship with Kenny Omega. Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay.
I gotta give him some credit for his hot dogging and profiling. He's very good at keeping the attention himself. Always. Make sure he's loud enough for the mic to catch everything you fucking said in that segment.
Yes.
Good for you, sir. You're gonna make it a long way in this business.
He knows how to maximize his minutes. He knows when the mic is in range.
Don't listen to him, Tacky.
Don't listen to him. Why is this segment so entertaining? I'm laughing. Oh man, great stuff. Yes. But next up we get a video of Olympia from CMLL, who will be challenging Mercedes Mone for the CMLL. I know. Women's World Women's Championship. I think the best thing that I saw about Olympia when she debuted on Collision was actually one of our friends, G Loke, who told me, when did Jordan Grace become a luchador?
I mean, you could just, even in the mask, she has steroid face. You just see the way it's all shaped. It's like, holy shit. That's impressive. Working out for her too. Get on the bandwagon, y'all, or be left behind.
He's like, I'm a fan of Olympia. I don't know anything about her. She takes steroids. I'm a fan.
It shows dedication to your craft, and I'm here for it.
Shows dedication to the craft. I love that. Next up, we go backstage after that video package with Olympia talking about the matchup on Collision. We hear from the AEW Women's World Champion, Kris Statlander. She is willing to meet up with Mercedes Mone face-to-face tonight after what she did to her last week during her Ultimo Monet celebration. If Monet has anything to say to her, she'll be right here. She'll be the one holding the AEW Women's World Championship. Except she wasn't ready for what would happen, apparently. But then we got next the rematch from last week. Jon Moxley going one-on-one with Kyle O'Reilly. I had the same reaction to this. I was like, guys, it was so great last week. You didn't need to do it back-to-back week. But I did enjoy this. I can't front. We get Moxley. He comes out second after Kyle comes out with the conglomeration entrance. Moxley goes after O'Reilly a little bit faster than last week, but O'Reilly is keeping him on the back foot, looking to bring him to the mat. He has to escape an armbar attempt. Back up, Moxley flips him off, and then they trade forearms. A backdrop sends O'Reilly out to the floor, and then we take a break. We come back from break, and Moxley gets a 2 count off a power driver. He then follows up with a crossface. During one of their strike exchanges, Moxley comes up bleeding. We get that crossface attempt is broken up. O'Reilly hammers away and then sets up transition to the ankle lock. A lot of this story was Moxley trying to get in submissions, and then O'Reilly would immediately reverse it into like an armbar or an ankle lock. He was just always got the better of Jon Moxley on the mat and then the submission work. We get a running knee to the back of the head. Then he gets a 2 count. We get a triangle choke by O'Reilly out of a power driver attempt by Moxley. I had never seen that before. We get that broken up. Moxley then hits a rebound lariat, but then the Death Rider is countered into another ankle lock attempt. Moxley is desperately reaching for the ropes. I love the fact that this week AEW decided to put Aubrey Edwards as the referee, basically thinking that maybe Moxley will think twice about hitting the referee this week. I thought that was a little thing that they did not like drive home on commentary, but I thought that was a nice little sense of like booking in that regard. We get a Death Rider attempt that goes on the floor after O'Reilly gets the better of Moxley, dragging Screw into the barricade. He goes for the running dropkick off the apron, but then Marina Shafir breaks that up. Moxley goes for the Death Rider on an open chair, but O'Reilly is able to reverse that. He reverses it into a guillotine choke. He holds on to the choke, even though the referee is counting them down, and eventually he counts both men out. We get a double count out finish here. Lame finish. Post-match, we get immediately follow up with some brawling. O'Reilly takes issue with the referee counting them out, but then as he's arguing with Aubrey Edwards, we do get someone to punch out the referee in Marina Shafir. Claudio Castagnoli runs out. He takes out O'Reilly, but then Roderick Strong fights him off. The Death Riders run in to take out Roddy, but then the rest of the conglomeration and Darby Allin make the save. Darby gets on the mic and he said he's sick and tired of this. So are they, and they're ready to finish this once and for all. And I think that Mark Briscoe has an idea of what I'm talking about. Mark Briscoe gets on the mic and he says that the Death Riders like to run off a lot. So his friend, Orange Cassidy, has an idea that might solve this. Orange Cassidy, all the while, is just shaking his head like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to say it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to say this. And eventually he's given the mic and he says, blood and guts. And the crowd pops. Moxley is confused and bewildered by this challenge, but it does seem official. The men's blood and guts will be Darby Allin, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly versus Jon Moxley and the Death Riders coming up 2 weeks from last night. November 12th, Greensboro, North Carolina, at AEW Blood and Guts. Jimmy is so pissed off that he has to watch this Blood and Guts match that he just decided to leave the show out of nowhere. You see how he did me? Oh, there he goes. Never mind. How you doing, Jimmy? What did you think about Moxley and O'Reilly and the post-match with the Blood and Guts challenge?
My thoughts are complicated. Anytime Orange Cassidy speaks in his nonchalant way, I immediately have a visceral reaction of wanting to change the channel. But outside of that, the match was good. As good as a Mox match is going to get, at the very least.
I thought these guys have really good chemistry, and I like the fact that this match was so different from the 4-way. It was very like grounded, very like is very MMA based. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Sure, we can go with that. I like Kyle O'Reilly a lot, at least as a competitor. I like watching him wrestle. We'll say that much. I don't need him to get a push. Please don't do that. But I do enjoy watching him wrestle. And his style works well with Moxley's. Moxley's being a hybrid of wrestlers better than he is. Finish, fun, double count out, kind of silly. Blood and Guts, a waste of everybody's time. And Orange Cassidy kind of fits that. His Blood and Guts kind of fits how I was feeling. Exactly that. Good Lord, what are we doing? Let this go. How are we making all the same mistakes the other people made? Having the same match every year just for the sake of fucking having it. What do we all say? All the nerds on the internet said the exact same thing. And this guy, who's a nerd on the internet, books the same way. Fucking hilarious.
I don't understand that. I don't understand how you announced the woman's Blood and Guts like a month ago at this point, yet the men's Blood and Guts feels so much more built up than the woman's one.
You don't understand that? What do you mean?
No, I don't understand. I don't understand why you would do that. And yes, the answer is he doesn't like females. But I don't understand why he doesn't like females. That's what I'm saying.
They're icky and they have cooties. I understand you, TK. Yeah, this is as much as I like what's going on in the show. First of all, everything in wrestling was at a fucking snail's pace these days. Number one, and number two, I don't. Outside of Okada and Takeshita, I don't give a fuck about anything that happens on the show. I'm sorry. I got outside of Okada, Takeshita, and oh shit, might be it. I don't care about anything in wrestling. I just fucking anything. I just don't care. Oh, Io and Asuka. Yeah. Io and Asuka.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into Okada and Takeshita.
I'm into Asians. Apparently, that's about it.
I'm into the AEW tag team division being good again. I do like that, but that's not really a story or anything. But that's one of the things that I do like in wrestling right now. I'm trying to think of anything on SmackDown, and I'm really Ilya Dragunov open challenge. Yeah, Ilya open challenge. That's it.
Somebody else whose recent health developments have taken a turn for the better. It seems like there's some advice to be taken here, and nobody wants to take. What the fuck? I don't understand.
Oh man, we shall see. I think that the big thing that will come out of this Blood and Guts is I think that we are gonna. I think that it seems like they are setting up the Death Riders turning on Moxley coming out of this. They lose and then they turn on him.
Let me ask you a fucking question. They turn on Moxley. They turn on Moxley, right? Assuming John Moxley's bulletproof.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Assuming John Moxley's bulletproof, which I think is a fair assumption. How many of the Death Riders come out the better for it a month from then? 2 months from then? 3 months from then? My answer is 0. None of them. Not one guy goes, you know what? That worked out well for my career. Not a fucking one. I'll let you tell me how many you think I'm about for. I know Wheeler doesn't. I know Garcia doesn't. Pac, maybe. I know Marina doesn't.
That's who is it. No, I
doesn't.
think yeah, Pac is the main one. He's the one who can survive that if that's what they decide to do. If I'm Marina Shafir, I'm just wiping my hands on the whole thing, or I'm aligning with Moxley. She's already been smiling more, so I wouldn't mind her just being. I wouldn't mind them just being like, this is like the Triple H and China thing. It don't matter if they babyface or heel, they're still together.
Okay, it works for me.
It does. It just works. It just works. And I feel like this is like the best thing Marina Shafir has ever done in wrestling.
Relatively.
Yeah. We do got a super chat donation here. Yeah.
The only good thing.
Probably the best thing she's ever done because she wasn't that successful in MMA. So, yeah. We do have a super chat donation here from our main man, Alexander Fitzgerald. Thank you so much, Alexander, for the support. We're going to give you the mic so you can
speak, bitch. Come on now. Oh my God, Siobhan. What the hell is wrong with you?
Alexander says the way Orange Cassidy said blood and guts is how TK felt about the women's blood and guts. Like it's crazy how like in one the segment in which he announced that they're doing a men's blood and guts, we know all 10 members of that team. We know who's going to be in that matchup. They announced the women's blood and guts a month ago. We don't even know half the field.
So it's Jamie Hayter and what? Sisters of Sin?
Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter and Aminata on one side and the Triangle of Madness on the other. That's the only things we know. They even announced on this show, which is the stupidest part of this whole entire show, I will tell you, is this. It's the fact these motherfuckers told us someone is not medically cleared for the woman's blood and guts who wasn't announced for the woman's blood and guts. They have not announced anyone for the woman's blood and guts, yet they announced that someone was not medically cleared for the woman's blood and guts. That is honestly preposterous. That's preposterous to not announce anyone for the blood and guts matchup, yet you're announcing that someone's not cleared to be in the blood and guts matchup.
I'm over it. I was never with this. The announcement of fucking collision. I was never in it.
Yeah. To be fair, that's you. Yeah.
I should have told you right there what he thought about this shit. I wonder if they do it on collision. Now that I think about it, probably will be on collision.
Why not? Why not at this point?
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes me believe that special is going to be 3 hours. 2 weeks we're getting a 3-hour Dynamite.
Oh, good Lord. Don't do this.
Because literally that's all he would be able to do is just the 2 blood and guts matchups on that show if it's a 2-hour show.
Great. Let's go.
He's like, no filler for the show? Like,
why do I need filler? Why do we need filler? We don't. Just give me the shot. Pour that fucking orange juice in it. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. He's lucky Triple H is so bad recently. Otherwise, I'd be tearing him a new asshole.
Yeah. Honestly, the best thing that happened to Tony Khan was that WWE decided to go into another lull period right now, because this is what we're used to with Tony. This is the NFL lull period. Like he's actually helped out by the fact that WWE is also in a lull period.
Yes. Letting their company be run by a fucking computer. Brilliant. Of course it happened.
We got another super chat donation here from LaRon Ford. Thank you so much, LaRon, for the support. We will let MJ.
Thank you.
For us.
Fuck you. Bye.
LaRon says, so the men's blood and guts match is announced last night, and we got a graphic with the lineups the next day. What's going on with the women's blood and guts match? I really feel like they are going to come out and say, oh, the reason why we didn't have the lineup until probably next week's show is, oh, Penelope Ford's injury had to switch things up so much. And I'm just going to be like, that's a load of crap. Like, you literally didn't even announce her for the match before she wasn't medically cleared to be in the match.
So we're thinking those were the 5: Triangle of Madness and Bayne and Ford.
Which I think now they're probably going to put in Marina.
Oh. And then what? Hayter, Aminata.
I'm guessing Willow, Stat, and Harley.
That face team is pretty stacked, but that's heel team. Ooh.
Yeah, if Ford is causing a change of plans, I'm sorry, Megan Bayne is gonna have to be the one who kind of sits out this. I would put in the last 2 spots on the heel team, put in Mercedes and Athena. That's more star power in the matchup. It makes it a better match overall.
Sure. They're close enough to black, so I don't mind them getting the spot.
Close enough to black. That's a new one. We got another super chat donation here from Alexander Fitzgerald. Thank you so much, Alexander, for the support.
Because he wants me to work with pricks constantly. That's what it is.
Nevertheless,
I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Maybe after Saturday's main event. He wants me to work with bums constantly. Oh, I can't wait. Let's go.
Say about HS. He wants me to fight fucking entrances. Like, what
this guy does fucking geek constantly.
Fucking wanna be Roman. Alexander Fitzgerald says, TK said, damn, I can't book this many women's tag tournament, women's blood and guts. LOL. I'm serious, guys. I'm not gonna put up with this shit.
Yeah, I appreciate the surface level effort, I guess.
That's the perfect way to say it. It is very much surface level effort. Is Tony Khan showing in regards to building up the women's blood and guts. He's doing, I will give him credit on this. He's doing a better job of building up the women's tag tournament than women's blood and guts.
Oh, well, yeah, you know what? That's true. I mean, if he's only going to give them 15 minutes a week, he can only really do one.
Like, I can only do one of these. Like, why are we being we're being a little too greedy. We're being a little too greedy for my book. But thank you so much for the super chat donations, guys. Keep coming with those. Those help us out so much, and we always appreciate the support. We got Frantic World who says, we miss you, MJF. I will say, like, I gave them credit for Wrestle Dream. It was a great show, and the fact that they didn't have guys like MJF, guys like Will Ospreay, guys like Swerve, it is a lot. I feel like those guys are mostly missed week to week on the television more than the actual pay-per-views.
Yeah, because you got plenty of people who can fucking do a flip. But you people invested every week for 2 hours at a time. Few and far between. MJF is probably towards the top of that list. What's going on with Jay White?
Still hurt, still out. He teased coming back. He posted on Twitter before Wrestle Dream ready ? But he's apparently still out till the end of the year.
Out of all the wrestlers, I find myself randomly missing Jay White the most.
Yeah, I think that he is just like so. He's got a cool factor that the other heels on this show does not have. The cool factor that Jay White has, MJF doesn't have it.
No.
MJF. Yeah, that too. Yeah. We got Power Driver Finisher. He says, honestly, why the fuck are fans asking for this blood and guts and a tag division? Did anyone see how they book the singles women's matches? In my opinion, I don't see why they were asking something that we probably know we know the answer to.
Not my burner account, I swear. Good take, sir. Fantastic fucking take. I've been saying it. Good Lord.
I said something similar beforehand too about when people were asking for the women's division to be back. It was around the time I think of All In, And I'm like, guys, like we still have 2 singles titles that we have to. How about we just flesh out those 2 singles divisions and not worry about the tag team divisions quite yet? But then it became quite obvious when they were making new women's tag teams every week that they were heading in that direction. So kind of had to just went with the program basically.
I don't want this company to go out of business, but they would kind of deserve it at this point, no?
Whoa, wow, sir.
I led with I don't want them to. Outside of Triple H, Nick Khan, and fucking Roman, it would benefit nobody. It would benefit Roman. He just doesn't care either way. The point is, you're not being helpful. You're not helping. You're here to help the world. You're just helping, I don't know, Uncle Dave? I have no clue who you're helping. And Frantic World, I'm sure he'd like the show. But what about the rest of us?
What about the rest of us, guys? We'd appreciate help here.
You're supposed to be leading the charge, fighting the evil empire who's using AI and burying LA Knight. Instead, you're fucking treating women
That's
like
all
garbage.
you really care about. Don't lie to me. That's all you really care about.
That's true. 4 letters. AI in LA. That's it. That's all I give a fuck about.
AI in LA.
God damn it.
LAI.
Fix this shit. Please and thank you.
Oh man, this guy's ridiculous. I see through your nonsense, your complaints, your bullshit, sir. Oh, we got also in the chat here. A couple of people were asking me to give you a disclaimer. You know what? I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna let it.
Oh, saying they should go out of business? I'm just saying it would be deserved.
It's not deserved, sir. Like, come on. What are we talking about?
Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Let me ask you a question. This is a legitimate question. How old does a kid have to be where if he ran across the street knowing there was traffic there and he got hit by a car, would you go, you know what? Probably should have hit by a fucking car. How old would that kid have to be? 7, 8?
I will not hope for someone to get hit by
I didn't say hope. I said it happens, and then your head go, oh shit. And then the next day you go, 8 years old running across fucking. That's all I'm asking. How long did they put up with Tony Khan being this kid who runs across the street? That's all. That's a question.
I say the same thing, guys. I say the same thing. I don't understand how this man comes up with this stuff. But apparently all he cares about is 4 letters, one made up word. That was great, Chase. Well done, Chase.
I can't get over how dumb the fucking phrase is. It costs me every time. I ain't gonna lie.
4 letters, 1 word.
Yeah. If something happens, who's to blame? Wouldn't Tony get the lion's share, and then maybe Triple H and him? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You couldn't blame us. We've been here every week, ain't we? We've been here every fucking week. We did our job. Our job is to show up. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Chase also says he wants Crash Out Punk gonna be great. The minute he rants how Dirty Dom has more merch than him at Survivor Series, greater than everything.
I just need to win the belt, then roast Triple H company.
I can see that. He's like, I got what I wanted.
Told you. Doofus son-in-law. Didn't I warn you idiots? Didn't I warn you bums? Try to tell you.
That should be fun. We'll see what happens there. I just want him to finally get his first actual reign. He's been this will be his 4th time winning the world title since his return in 2021, but he still hasn't had a reign in his 3 previous runs.
Wow. Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah. He beat Hangman, gets injured on the Dynamite right after Double or Nothing. Beats Moxley at All Out. does brawl out minutes later. Gets stripped of the title. Wins the title at SummerSlam, loses it to Seth 5 minutes later with the cash in. This would be fourth world title win, and this would be his first reign as world champion.
That's true. It's hard for me to remember that because I was thinking about the fantastic run he had with the real world championship on the greatest TV show of the last 5 years, Collision.
I knew this man would find a way. He would find a way to figure it out, to figure out a way to talk about Collision and Punk. We got Danny here, who is very anti AEW. Just warning anyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we having Samoa Joe versus Hangman again, just for Joe to lose again? How is that beneficial to anyone? The only company to book Joe properly has been TNA. You did not watch. You did not watch. You did not watch to say that. And you didn't put LOL at the end, so I know you were joking when you said that. It benefits Hangman because it's beating Samoa Joe is one of the easy kind of credibility wins of anyone that they have on the AEW roster. You beat Joe, you feel like you're a credible champion or a credible top star. That's usually how it works. That's how it is beneficial to Hangman. I know this wasn't a serious question, but I answered you like it was. You're welcome, Dan.
Joe, listen, Joe's had his run. What else, Joe? Clearly on the downside of his fucking career. He's got other things going on. What do you want Joe just to murder everybody? It's not 2000. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on. This is fine.
And when Joe and the Ops turned on Hangman, we all knew we were gonna get this matchup. Now, if your question was why did we need the 4-way to get that matchup, that is a much better question than anything you had to say there.
Jesus.
But anyway, we got Alexander Fitzgerald who says Hangman is getting put over. What are we talking about here? Says I'm not anti AEW at all, except every comment that I've said on this channel is anti AEW in some way, in some fashion. He says I just think they focus too much on less on the story.
Okay. Well, that's fair, I suppose, but like it's a choice aesthetically. I'm not sure what the issue is.
Yeah. Anyway, we got up next. We see Mercedes is jumping Kris Statlander backstage. So she saw her with the title, but she didn't say hi like probably Kris Statlander wanted her to. She jumped her ass. That was smart. Mercedes brings her out to the arena area, brings her down to ringside, but then Kris is able to reverse things. She hits her with an F5 right on the apron. It looked like Mercedes hurt her wrist on the landing because she was holding her wrist for the rest of the segment. She sends her into the ring, but before Statlander could follow up in the ring, she's tripped on the apron by Athena, Mercedes' new tag team partner for the Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. You get Athena. They did a great double team. I love their double team where they did the backstabber into the O-face. Then you get Mercedes locking on the statement maker, and Athena taunting the AEW Women's World Champion until the music of Willow Nightingale hits and Willow and Harley Cameron come out to make the save. Willow and Harley chase off Mercedes and Athena, and then it was announced that they will have their Women's Tag Team Championship tournament first round matchup next week on Dynamite. Any thoughts?
As much as I enjoyed Athena popping up last week, I think it'd be better if she popped up here. I didn't really need that Mercedes segment last week. I assume you only did it for the fucking tournament brackets. Nobody gave a fuck about.
Yeah, I feel like they only did that last week. I do agree with you though that I didn't think about that, but you make a good point. This is a better way to announce that Athena is Mercedes' new tag team partner than just a backstage segment.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I enjoyed this, and I enjoyed the the Takeshi segment. I feel like most of the show was like nothing happened. Nothing really happened.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, they gave us kind of like, this was like kind of surface level build for both the first round matchup next week and the Full Gear matchup. Like I said, I think that they're gonna rely heavily on Harley Cameron to do some heavy lifting in regards to the build to this matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not mad at it. That's probably the proper use of Harley. She's absurdly entertaining. Though some people don't think so. I was shocked on Twitter. See, they make her sick. Well, she makes them sick, but I like her.
Oh, I did not realize that, but that's actually true. LaRon says someone pointed out that Hangman has faced the same person he faced at Wrestle Dream at Full Gear 3 years in a row. I guess it's something they like to do with him. 2023, he lost to Swerve in Washington and then lost to Swerve again at Full Gear in the Texas Death Match. 2024, he lost to Jay White at Wrestle Dream and then lost to him again at Full Gear. And now this year, he beat Samoa Joe at a Wrestle Dream. Now he faces him at Full Gear. I mean, he's already off to a better run than the last 2 years, because the last 2 years it's just been him getting beat by the same guy at both pay-per-views. So at least he's changing it up a bit.
Yeah, I do. We'll see how this goes. I'll wait till pay-per-view pass judgment on this Hangman run. I think he's done his job, but he has felt like not the most important person here. That's been Mox and then Callis Family.
I'd say, but heading into I feel coming out of All Out, heading into Wrestle Dream, it feels like he's not the main character as he was previously. Going into like Forbidden Door in the MJF match, and even against Fletcher at All Out, he still felt like the main character. Heading into Wrestle Dream, that clearly changed to Moxley and Darby, and then coming out of Wrestle Dream, it's been on everything. It's been kind of like he's not even the second biggest thing. It's been like the Death Riders and Darby still towards the high portion, but they've been getting similar TV time to like the tag team division as a whole, as well as the women's scene. So it feels like he's giving everybody kind of equal amount of time, and then Hangman gets less than that.
That feels accurate. I think you guys have I've said, you're not the only person to say it, Annika. I think you guys have a warped view of that first run, at least the beginning of it. Fucking.
I definitely agree. She's 100% right. This run feels way more important. He feels closer to the top guy, the main character, than he ever did in that first run.
That's not what this says, though.
This reign feels a little more important than his first one.
This reign is not over. The first one, at this point, where are we at?
So he won it in July. It's going to be November. So that's 4 months. So 4 months into his first reign, July 17th.
Yeah, it's close to 3 and change. 3 and
yeah, straight 3.5 going on 4. So at this point of his first run,
3.5 going on 4, 5 really, 6 if you think about it.
I didn't say all that. I know you're being whatever. At this point of his first run, he had already done the Bryan program. He's basically, I think at this point, he's doing the Lance Archer Texas Death Match, going into the Adam Cole program.
That killed it for me. But I did like the Lance Archer match. I can hold it.
Yeah, the Lance Archer match was great. All of his matches were great in the first run. It just never felt important.
Well, it's because he wasn't important. That's not the Reigns' fault. No offense to Hangman or AEW or whoever. It is what it is.
This guy, ridiculous. Just
he wasn't. He was not a main event guy the first run.
At every turn, you've been an asshole to Hangman Adam Page.
Here,
you gave up on Hangman Adam Page like 6 months ago.
I mean, nothing's changed for me. I don't know what to fucking tell you. It is what it is. I'm just saying. The first time it felt like you gave him the belt because it was the culmination of the story you did, and it felt like that was a natural conclusion to it, whether or not he should be the champion or not. Here, it felt like he should have been the champion. At least to many of you, it did. That's all. So is Hangman more important? Certainly. But I'm not going to start blowing this fucking reign. Kyle Fletcher and Samoa Joe. Would you guys fucking stop? Would you fucking take it easy? Good Lord. No offense to Kyle Fletcher or Samoa Joe.
You always, it's no disrespect, no offense. You just disrespected them. What are you talking about? I apologize for the disrespect. Not no disrespect. That is not you taking accountability for what you just said.
I apologize if you all view it as disrespect. To state facts that Kyle Fletcher and Samoa Joe are not main event stars in AEW in 2025. No disrespect intended.
This is bullshit. There's always disrespect intended with this motherfucker. Don't listen to him. Oh, man.
Samoa Joe, what the fuck are we doing? It's a better reign last time. Really? Fighting mid-carders? Absolutely. Sure. Whatever you say. Fighting TNT champions? Absolutely. Reign is crushing this time. Absolutely. Beat fucking Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Killing it this round.
Bandido will be facing Mascara Dorada on Collision this Saturday. We see a nice little video package highlighting his family coming to visit him during last week's AEW Dynamite, watching his match with Okada. We see his grandmother is seeing him wrestle for the first time and really said she was about to cry seeing him out there. And then it is announced, we see the graphic for Mascara Dorada versus Bandido for the Ring of Honor World Championship this Saturday on Collision. Been hearing a lot of great things about the matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing it on Saturday. But this was just nice to kind of just remind us, like, Bandido had a big match last week and has a big match on Saturday.
Well, this was cool.
Yeah.
Match. If it was on TV, I'd stop to watch it, but I'm not gonna seek it out.
I'm gonna send it to you. Don't worry, I got you. I'm a friend.
It's flips. Okay.
You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. But we hear from commentary that Penelope Ford is apparently injured and out of the women's tag team title tournament, which she was announced for, and the women's blood and guts, which she wasn't. But we got this announcement. And it was one of the funniest moments of the night because out of nowhere, this felt, I don't know, I did not watch the first seconds of the show, but this felt like the first time we had seen him the whole night. And we see this motherfucker wrestling Hechicero. Oh, I cannot tell you how much I lost it. I was like, what the fuck? Bryan is just this Hechicero. What
that
did
picture
you think about Bryan?
This is absurd.
The greatest wrestler we've ever seen in our lifetime is absolutely fucking cool.
Fucking nerd. Jesus Christ.
I love him so much. I love the fact that he is so unabashedly a nerd.
True. And he got rid of Taz and Shivani, so he is a hero in my book.
Yo, hasn't the commentary been so good the last couple of weeks with two commentators? We've been getting the best of Excalibur, and Bryan's been keeping him in check. Oh my God, this has been splendid.
Perfection. It took long, but all it took was the greatest wrestler ever to kick these two out.
He's like, you know what, Tony? How about I be a commentator? And then Tony picked up the phone. Was like, Taz, you need to get knee replacement surgery.
Is that why he's going?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
It's like when I found out Seth was injured. They didn't just fucking get rid of this bum for good reason.
Like they didn't just turn on him? Oh no, they had a reason? Damn it.
God damn it.
We got Parjo Finisher says I called him Hechicero when he came in and did the little Hechicero thing with his hands. Oh, he did? That's great.
God.
That's great. Yeah. I love that shit. And he tells us that the match was tight. So I'll definitely be checking that out on Saturday for sure. But yes, Taz most likely will be back, unfortunately. Put him on Collision. Make Collision the three-man booth. Put him with Taz and Tony.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we get our AEW Women's Tag Team Championship tournament kicking off. The Sisters of Sin, Julia and Sky Blue, facing Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata. Aminata and Hayter, really, it wasn't until this, like the early minutes of this matchup, where I was like, man, this feels like a no-brainer tag team because their styles are so alike, Aminata and Hayter. Like, they are just so hard-hitting. They both do like similar moves in the ring. So having them like come in and out and doing like similar moves together, I was like, yeah, this should have been like a no-brainer tag team to begin with. But Sisters of Sin take advantage. They're able to get some double teams of their own and take control of the matchup. Eventually, Hayter is able to hit a big missile drop kick, and everything breaks down. The sisters are dropped with stereo German suplexes by the baby faces, but they pop up and they hit stereo super kicks at the same time. That brings Hayter and Aminata to take the Sisters of Sin's heads off with the big lariat for the double down. Crowd was very vocal into this part. This is awesome chants at this point. We get Tekla coming out from under the ring as Hayter is going after, I believe, Julia Hart on the outside. Tekla comes out of nowhere under the ring and spears Jamie Hayter before hiding again. This allows the Sisters of Sin to hit a assisted swinging Uranagi for the 1-2-3 on Aminata. Big surprise for me here. I think we both last week when we did the predictions for the bracket, we both called Aminata and Hayter picking up the win, even though Sisters of Sin are the more experienced tag team, and they proved that here by picking up the victory, thanks in large part to Tekla. They move on in the women's tag team title tournament. What did you think about this matchup? I thought it was a good match.
Yeah, it was fine. I never did see Tekla do a spear ever again. Her spear is not heinous, but everybody doing a fucking spear. It's jarring people do a spear these days.
Everybody does it.
Fucking silly. Most of them aren't very good.
Usos don't need to be doing it anymore.
They do not. Tekla. I guess Edge can keep his, even though it's pretty ass.
Yeah, Edge can keep his because we've gotten used to it. Ricky can keep his because he's actually good with it.
Yeah, I'll do Edge, Ricky, Roman, and Braun, obviously. The best spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'm shocked by the winners. I don't know why I would be shocked. Especially considering Aminata has 2 strikes against her. Being a woman and a negress, as all the cool kids say.
A negress? What? It sounds like a fucking animal you found in the wild. I found a very delicate negress.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you're never gonna make far of this company. You're not gonna make far of any company. Sorry. But hey, you got a spot. You got to do something. You're super talented and you look fantastic. You're doing everything right. But if you're not a Super Saiyan like fucking Bianca, I don't see it working out. Sorry.
Usually how that works. We then get the confirmation from Penelope Ford backstage. We see her with her arm in a sling. She's being interviewed by the Phantom of the Opera, Tony Schiavone, with Megan Bayne. She confirms that she's injured her arm and promises pain in the future, but she has not been medically cleared for the Women's Tag Team Championship tournament, so she is out. They then get word from Megan Bayne and ask her what she's going to do in the tournament now. Megan Bayne says that she's been dominating way before she even met Penelope Ford. So whoever wants to step up and be her partner, they need to get ready to dominate. I heard a noticeable reaction from the crowd when Marina Shafir pulls up on Megan Bayne. These are 2 people that you wouldn't think they would put against each other, but I thought that Moxley really sold these 2 as partners. By him coming in, he came in like he's not even supposed to be here. He's like, wait, these 2? Whoa, that's trouble. And he walked away. I was like, that reaction was so great because that was kind of it felt like a genuine reaction that you get Marina. She smiles at Megan. They bump this and they are official. She's going to be replacing Penelope Ford in the Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. It's Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir versus Ty J in the first round of the tournament. They're going to destroy those 2 girls. Oh my God.
4 minutes, please.
Please. What you thought about this segment here?
Megan Bayne looks like such a star. She had any personality whatsoever. I feel like she'd be a world destroyer. Yeah, this is fine. I don't mind a replacement. I don't love Megan Bayne in the tag division, but fine. She has to be. I suppose it's not a terrible replacement. And to be fair, she is an improvement over fucking Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
Style-wise, in the ring, they're about the same effect, I guess. I'm here for it.
Probably. Yeah. We got LaRon Ford says, I figured Sisters of Sin would win because Tekla would get involved. That's exactly what happened. Oh no, I just didn't expect Tekla to get involved, I guess. I thought Hayter and Aminata would win. And I think mainly we were doing predictions for what matches we wanted to see more. And yes, we want to see Athena and Mercedes versus Aminata and Hayter over Sisters of Sin. Sorry, Sisters of Sin.
I mean, they stink, but no, I was doing who I thought would win. I thought fucking Aminata and Hayter would win, and they fucking did not.
Big Man Dog says Spear has become the new super kick.
Goddamn shame. The fuck.
Ace says Sisters of Sin was the right choice. Oh yeah, I agree with this. Bobby Lashley does have a nice spear. I like Bobby Lashley's spear.
Sure, when he hits it on time. Good Lord, Mojo look like a fucking idiot.
Oh my God! I was yelling at the screen. Hit the muscle buster. What the fuck? And then I'm screaming at the screen again. I'm like, why is Bobby running off the ropes? Just run toward him. Like, what are we doing?
He was really off during that match. It was rough.
We got a super chat donation here from our main man, LaRon Ford. Thank you so much, LaRon, for the support. We will give you one of these, one of our favorites.
I'm serious. I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
No coke involved at all. Absolutely.
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. LaRon says match was solid. Didn't love the interference in the first tournament match. Why wasn't this hour one to make it feel like a bigger deal? I agree.
What do you mean?
I agree. It probably should have been in hour one, but they didn't care to. So I didn't have a problem with the matches in hour one. I thought hour one was good as far as like the matches that they had. So I wasn't really bothered by it being an hour two.
Once you accept that you will go no farther than this, the world will clear up for you. Once you accept that he hates these people, and if he could get away with not having them around, he wouldn't have them around. The world makes sense. You're only confused because you're trying to apply your own logic, sir. It's like with LA Knight. If I assume LA Knight fucking stabbed his kid, all of his booking makes sense to me. Just go, oh shit, I get it. Fair enough. Stab my kid up. Don't push him either.
They hate me. They hate him. Oh, okay, that makes sense. LeBron says some of these tag teams are in teams because they're not good singles. I mean, Penelope Ford, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, yeah. Ty J, yeah. That's literally like half the field right there. So.
What happened to Julia Hart? She was such a high trajectory. Oh, she got hurt.
That injury fucked her up. She hasn't really been the same. Like there was a lot of like snap in a lot of her strikes and everything that she did in the ring before the injury, and she just doesn't have that anymore.
Goddamn shame.
Yeah. I agree, because she was like a revelation in 2023 when she had the entrance and everything and became TBS champion.
Woo! Popping numbers on Collision.
Yeah.
Not nothing.
Damn shame. All right, finally we get to the main event. 4-way Fright Night fight to determine the number one contender for the AEW World Championship at AEW Full Gear on November 22nd. You got Samoa Joe, Hook, Ricochet, and the Hurt Syndicate's Bobby Lashley in this one. Ricochet and Lashley go to the floor to start, but Ricochet is back in with the drop kicking at Lashley off the apron. Back up, Lashley takes turns with Hook in suplexing Ricochet for a bit, tossing him around. But then Lashley basically doesn't want to deal with Hook, but Hook slugs away at Lashley instead, earning himself a big spine buster right on the apron. Loved Lashley's reaction to Hook. He did not want to deal. He looked at Hook like he was like a little boy and was like, leave me alone. Like, get out my
So
stop bugging me. Stop bugging me. Then he tosses him to the apron and says, calm down.
Wow, disrespectful.
The best part was right after that when he gets on the floor before the spine buster on the apron and he looks in the camera and he says, sorry, Taz. Bang! Drops him right onto the apron. Lashley was off on the timing, but that was a fun part for him. We come back from commercial break, and Joe is basically wrecking everybody in the matchup. Snap power slam to Hook, which looked horrible. Oh my God, Hook looked like he landed right on his fucking head. Back up, Ricochet tries a dive onto Joe, who casually walks out the way. That gives us the big Lashley and Samoa Joe moment, which got a huge pop from the crowd as they start brawling with one another. Lashley hits a spine buster on him. Ricochet is planted with the Dominator, but then Joe comes in and clothesline Lashley. Hook is back in, and he actually pulls off a suplex on Joe. Then Ricochet hits a big flip dive. We get a muscle buster attempt by Samoa Joe on Hook, but he has to wait like an hour for Bobby Lashley to run off the ropes multiple times before hitting a spear muscle buster combo. I was so upset at this. It's like, just hit the muscle buster. God damn it. What the fuck? Ricochet's able to make the save when he goes for the cover. Ricochet brings in a steel chair and he starts peppering Lashley right on the back. Lashley is just getting pissed off. He chases after Ricochet down the aisleway. Meanwhile, Hook is distracted by all of this, which allows for Samoa Joe to lock in the Coquina clutch. He locks it on. Bobby Lashley tries to run back to the ring, but basically has to act like the ropes are a force field. Not allowing him to get back into the ring as he taps out to the Coquina clutch. Samoa Joe is your winner. He wins this 4-way Fright Night 4-way. This was a good match overall. It just had a lot of notable like missed time, botches, and spots. Most notably the spear muscle buster combo and the finish of the matchup. But I thought the hard-hitting effort, Lashley going at it with Joe, Lashley going at it with Hook. I thought Ricochet was really the MVP of the matchup, just flying around, keeping the pace going in the matchup. He was a lot of fun here, but good match. Joe gets the win. Post-match, you get Tony Schiavone, who says that we're going to have a contract signing. So he brings out this Halloween party to bring out the contract, which is the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy and a whole bunch of other guys in Halloween costumes. Joe is not going to be about this bullshit and says that they're going to take care of these people. So they start beating down the cow, the chicken, the meat. Then they hold on to the Marshmallow Man. They take off his mask thinking that it's Hangman Adam Page, but it's some weird black, yellow, blonde hair guy. They beat his ass as well, toss him from the ring. Joe knocks him down and then signs the contract for the AEW World Championship matchup. Then Tony Schiavone offers them beers for a toast. Schiavone gets into the ring. He's running down this toast, giving love to Hangman Adam Page a lot, saying that he's the purveyor of cowboy shit. Joe makes a face like, why is Tony Schiavone bigging up Hangman during my toast? But then it is revealed as Tony Schiavone's voice turns into Hangman's voice, and Hangman is disguised as Tony Schiavone. He attacks Hobbs and Shibata. He then blasts Samoa Joe in the head with one of the beer bottles, knocking him out. He then reveals, he takes off the hair and the mask, revealing that it is Hangman Adam Page to a good pop from the crowd in attendance. I thought this was a fun way to play off the Hangman surprise from a couple of years back. I did not expect him to be Tony Schiavone. I thought the reveal was very well done. The setup was awful and fucking long. Why did they need this long of a setup for that? Was it worth it in the end with the payoff? I think so, but goddamn, it felt like we were on a trip to another country to get to the payoff. What did you think?
I'm in agreement on that. It took a rather long time to get there, but the payoff was fun. The match. I didn't get with the action. Let's talk about the action match. Action match I thought was good outside of Lashley's missed time moments. We'll say. I don't know if he's just not used to singles action. It's been a while. To be fair,
it's been a year. It's been a year, Jimmy. He has not had a singles match in all Elite Wrestling. He's only had 2 in the last year. Swerve and Toy Leona. That's it.
Yeah, it's over. Such a shame. I had high hopes for Lashley when he came in. I thought they'd protect him until he had a big pay-per-view match. Instead, he's been fighting the GOA. That's great. Great. I'm not sure how much he's getting paid, but I can't imagine it's a little bit of money. Yeah, this match was good. Outside of Lashley fucking up, I thought Ricochet is probably the MVP of this for me. Even though I find his acting to be intentionally over the top. I don't care how intentional it is. It's bad. If you're intentionally bad, you're still bad. Sorry. That aside, I thought he was really good in the moves part. In between the moves, not so much. Joe was great. Hook was here. I have to say this match feels out of place to me by quite a bit. I might save the heel turn that they did at what's the pay-per-view?
Wrestle Dream.
I say the heel turn at Wrestle Dream had this match on the Dynamite following and done the heel turn there instead because this feels really out of place. It feels weird. I thought we had moved past the find an excuse to give Joe a match thing when we didn't need one last time. Hangman just gave it to him. Hangman wants to fight him again, doesn't he? After he fucked him up at Wrestle Dream. Just do it again.
What I would have done is I would have done some setup for this. Like you did have Joe interact with Ricochet and Bobby Lashley last week, but when Joe calls out Hangman and says he's going after the world title again, I would have Bobby Lashley turn the fuck around instead of chasing after the man and being like, no, I want in that. I want a shot at the world title. Like I think if we would have seen Lashley like make a stake for the world title, then it would have been more likely he wins the matchup, which would have created some doubt in the finish of this match.
I guess that idea. Hook, listen, his portion here was fun. I thought it was well booked. But he's lost so much momentum since whenever that was, since Action Bronson. It's a little jarring.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Since the singles match with Joe. It's
yes. Because that felt like they had got him back a little bit after that singles match with Joe last year. And then their follow-up was feud with Chris Jericho. And that killed him dead.
Oh well. How long lasted? This was a good match.
I kind of agree with this. This could have been a triple threat. Probably would have been a better match as a triple threat without Hook.
Yeah, probably.
We got some love for Hook in the chat. Clint says Hook is a very technically sound wrestler.
So is the guy that sweeps the local wrestling gym. He's very technically sound. He went to the classes. He pays attention. What the fuck do you want? Why is that a thing?
We got some love for the closing segment, saying absolutely love this segment. He says main character of AEW, Hangman Tony Schiavone, our drive finisher, says. Yeah, this was. Did you expect him to be Tony? I did not expect that at all.
I did. It got spoiled for me.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I thought it was well done mostly. The crowd didn't know, not right away at least. So that was fun to see them get it in real time.
Yeah, that was probably the second biggest reaction after the reaction to Takeshita on the show was Hangman revealing that he was behind all of this. We got here Annika who says, like, be done with this feud and let Ricochet and Lashley fight other people. Yes, please,
sure,
please. Can we get that? Anyone. I don't care. I don't care. Anyone. I will take anyone. I literally will take anyone at this point. I am over the Hurt Syndicate End of the Man wrestling on my television screen.
What an awful name that is.
Well, we've made it to the end of another edition of AEW Dynamite. Please let us know in the live chat your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, your moment of the night, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, a thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. And out of 10, what did you give last night's show? As far as Super Chat's final call for that, if you want to show us some love, show your support to me or Jimmy, you can send a Super Chat donation to close us out here. For me and Jimmy, for AEW Fright Night Dynamite 2025 in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from both of us. Out of 10, what did you give last night's show, Jimmy?
I was leaning 7 3/4, so I'm gonna have to go with 7.5. Too much nothing happened on the show. Even if it was fun, nothing. It's still nothing.
I really enjoyed this show. I enjoyed it way more than you. I enjoyed it way more than a lot of people in the chat. I'll go 8.5 on last night's show. I really
Jesus. What'd you give Frantic World? Let me know if he's bugging.
Frantic World's gonna give it a 7, and it's just gonna make me look stupid. Who was your MVP for last night?
I'm actually gonna go with Don Callis. It's really hard to play an obvious scumbag who's clearly trying to be warm at the same time, and he's trying to be warm to Takeshita, but he can't help who he is.
He's
my family.
He's like a fucking cult leader version of John Kreese from the Karate Kid, the leader of Cobra Kai. That's who Don Callis is. He's a cult leader where he has to like ease you down and be nice, but he's really manipulating you the entire time.
I'm here for it.
We got another super chat donation here from our main man, Dion Jenkins. Thank you so much, Dion, for the support. You have come through for us. We appreciate you for that. So we will give you our man stuff.
But don't push me. That's Tupac.
Commentary isn't his bag, by the way.
No, he was not good during that 4-way. I was
okay. It's like
it was like he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like he barely talked.
Yeah. Not comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I rather promos. He was like, this was a promo, I'd kill it, but nah. Salute back to you, Dion. Thank you so much for the salute, for the super chat donation. MVP for the show for me. I'll give it to Hangman Adam Page. That was a nice surprise. I enjoyed the surprise at the end, even though I do think Okada is the best character on this show. So honorable mention to Okada. LVP for the show, Jimmy.
Tony Khan again. Jesus, he's on a run here. Treating women like garbage. Jesus.
Yeah, it's unanimous. Tony Khan's booking of the women's division, and in particular, the women's blood and guts match. The fact that you announced the men's blood and guts, and we know all the people in that matchup on the first time you announce it, yet it's a month out from when you announced the women's blood and guts, and we don't know even one team.
Might as well not have done it. Oh, Lord.
Moment of the night, I'm going with Okada flipping off Takeshita. It's between that and the Hangman reveal, but I gave Hangman MVP, so I'll give Okada flipping off Takeshita. Moment.
I'm doubling up on Okada and Takeshita. I'm sorry, the flipping off in slow motion is hilarious. He's smiling once he gets Takeshita to flip out.
He even did this. He did this. He extends his hand, and then he does this flow. And then...
Don't do it. Don't you dare.
He's like, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Then he's got a completely serious face. Then everybody gets in between them. Now he starts smiling like an asshole. Fucking fantastic.
I'm going with match of the night, FTR, JetSpeed, Jurassic Express, Young Bucks.
I'm actually going to go with the main event. Despite Lashley doing his best to run it.
Lashley trying not for you to not give the match. He's like, please don't, and you still did it anyway. But yeah, that is our ratings, our match of the night, and everything for this Fright Night Dynamite episode of AEW this week. Of course, we'll be back next week to review the go home ahead of Blood and Guts. But Jimmy, anything else you want to mention from the show before we sign off here?
From the show? No, I think we covered it all. We talked about the commentary, right? No Taz and Shivani. Fantastic. Oh, before I forget again, I mentioned it first week, and I mentioned it says, we got to get rid of these fucking tweets on the fucking camera.
You don't like it?
I hate it. And it's all blowing the company. Why do they take everything awful from the other place? If it's awful, they'll take it. If it's good, they won't. No, AEW is fucking great. Now I love all these guys in this match. What the fuck is this? What is this? Good Lord. Oh, the lamest tweeters of all time.
Oh, fair. All right. But you can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can follow me on the Twitter machine. You can follow the gang on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we are not live here. Go over right that now, and you can check out GOAT match series with our Ric Flair versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat 3. We finally finished the trilogy, and I think that I think based on our list, Okada and Omega had the better trilogy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what you would say to me saying that, but it's like,
goddamn.
But yes, go check that out. We're coming back with a new one, watching Samoa Joe versus Kenta Kobashi, celebrating the 20-year anniversary of that classic from Ring of Honor. That's going to be the next GOAT match series, so be on the lookout for that. I'll be back tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with our NJPW Hiroshi Tanahashi Final Homecoming preview. Myself, Jay News, and Sanal previewing this Sunday show from New Japan Pro Wrestling, so join us for that. For Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 222, Hangman Halloween 2. We are signing off until next time.